I saw the quick start.
Hey, 94 volume points. Anybody else? Anybody got some new clients this week? New members this week? Lost some weight this week? Gained some muscle this week? New DMO? New 3-day trials? I did an in-service this week. I did my in-service at my chiropractor.
I did it in service. I forgot.
Where?
At the hair shop around the corner from my house. I sold them some 3-day trials and did an in service there.
How many 3-day trials?
Two with the client, or two with the hairstylist, and then one with the 3 altogether. One with the client that was in there getting her hair done.
I need to do that. Start hitting the beauty shops and the nail salons.
Yeah, from I got the idea really from what's his name, Ryan. So I just walked in there and asked them if they was interested in joining doing a weight loss challenge for the salon. So yeah.
What day did you go in originally?
I originally went in on Tuesday.
And you set it up for a Thursday?
Friday.
Mm-hmm. And are they doing the challenge, or are they just doing the trials?
They just doing the trials right now, and they got into an argument. So I told you they got real hood in there. I don't know what was going on. Me and Nani was like just looking at each other, like they was real life arguing, y'all. Like the other girl was like, "Shut up, fatty! You don't know how I lost weight before. I done lost 60 pounds before. I can do this." And like it was too much. So we just sat there quiet, like, "You want to try this other shake?" Like I'm like, no.
So what is it?
Yeah. They're like, "Go get the scale right now. Go get the scale." It was like super aggressive between the stylists.
Yeah, I've done an in-service in a salon. I actually had to went back. The first in-service I did at the salon, I actually went back because they all wanted to get their second set of products. So I actually went back. What was that? Yeah, Friday. So I went back on Friday and did another tea and another aloe and sampled lift off and stuff like that.
My new member cannot join. She something Siri is saying something. She keeps screenshotting it. Or not Siri. The App Store.
The App Store.
She's trying to download Zoom and she can't for whatever reason.
Oh. I thought you were talking about a new member somebody trying to join Herbalife and then was messing up. Okay. Mm-hmm. Anybody else got any?
Okay, no, she got it. She about to hop on.
Anybody else got any new events or things that was going on for them? I know I did 5 3-day trials on Friday. Yeah, 5 3-day trials on Friday. So I'm definitely excited to get all those people started on Monday or Tuesday because, it's the holiday weekend. So people going to start their whole life again on Tuesday with their whole healthy eating thing.
Yeah, I got everybody starting on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I finally started selling the 3-day trials. I sold like 6 of them on Friday. So I bought a case, so I got a couple left.
They're convenient. They're actually very convenient. And I used to forget about them sometimes because I was in a barbershop and I saw a guy and I see him all the time and I'm fully branded. He's like, so he said, "You take Herbalife?" Like, I do Herbalife. And so, you say it with your chest when you say, "I do Herbalife." And he was like, he goes to a gym that he takes boxing classes, and the dude who's a boxing instructor is most likely an Herbalife distributor, but he only sells the products after class, as a fit camp. But he don't promote it as a fit camp. It's his boxing class. He's a boxing instructor. He was like, "Yeah, work. I don't really get into all that." But he asked me because he see me all the time though. So he see me all the time in the barbershop. I was taking my little cousin get in the barbershop. So I do nothing for myself. And also my barber is one of my clients. He's actually a member. He's a senior consultant. So we was talking about it. So I sold him a 3-day trial. It was just that simple. And so, cause he only took the products part-time then. And so I keep brochures on me as well. So what I'm starting to do when I do 3-day trials is I keep brochures. So as the whole package for $20, you're going to get your cup, your brochure, and your trial. And it's all included in the original price that you had of $20. Because technically the brochure is covered, including the price, the cup is, and all of that. So And I usually try and
I
do
reached out
brochures.
to anybody who
Go ahead, Tasha.
I reached out to anybody who I had talked to before who they wouldn't never like commit to actually ordering.
Mm-hmm.
And I spoke to like 7 people, and out of the 7 people I spoke to, 6 of them went on ahead and started the trial.
I mean, if nothing else, a trial is a photo opportunity.
Huh?
I said, if nothing else, a trial is a photo opportunity. It's to get somebody a photo and some results. So it's free promotion. No.
I'm horrible with the pictures in the 3-day trials. I told you that. I'm really bad with that.
I sold 2 out of the 5 came from a picture. I posted a picture, and she was like, my friend wanted to do a 3-day trial too. Okay. And her coworker. So just because I posted the picture. So that works. So if no one else has any new news on any events that happened this past weekend, TJ boy, you on a mega bus? Greyhound? You on a plane? Where's he at?
That's where he come from.
All right. So we had 2 STSs this weekend, which were amazing. On the south side of Chicago, we had global expansion, 2.5 global expansion team member Shaun Morton, who is out of the Urban Heroes. Jeremy Jones is his upline. Will Davis is his sponsor. Will Davis is in Cuts of President's Team. Young guy. I don't know if y'all saw a picture. I posted a picture of my vision before bed, and it was a Range Rover and a Corvette, and they were both Herbalife green. Did anybody see that picture? Everybody see that? Okay, so picture Herbalife. It was a green Herbalife Range Rover and a green Herbalife Corvette. The Corvette belongs to Shaun. The Range Rover belongs to Will. They were at the Dallas LDW when they took that picture. So they literally wrapped their cars into Herbalife green, like, and it has Herbalife on the side, down the sideline, like, which has on like cars like that, but you know, we're gonna slap it across the Impala. All her Ubers gonna have it. Go put Herbalife on her Ubers. So he's out of San Antonio, been in the Herbalife business for the past 3 years. His story is he worked full-time as an insurance adjuster, insurance agent. He was on that for 15 years before he got into Herbalife. And it's interesting, his story is how he got into Herbalife is Will's a friend of his. So Will invited him down to Vegas. He was like, yo, me and my friends going to Vegas. Do you want to go? He was like, cool. Guess he shows up, and guess who's in Vegas with him? It's Will, Brian Holyfield, and a couple other people. So Shaun hadn't started Herbalife yet. I don't think he was on products yet. But he had the money because he was working in insurance, so he had the money to go places and do things like that. Because he said, I was making good money beforehand. It was just the time freedom and other stuff because he was working, he said, 16 hours a day, 12, 16 hours a day versus, he said, me and them making the same amount of money, but they wear shorts all day. And that's how he kind of put it. I was like, yeah, really do. Like, I wear sweats and shorts all day. And so they went to the little day parties and stuff like that, and they had a cabana. And Brian Holyfield paid for everything. And he said but before that, they went to the day party. They went to Brian Holyfield's room. And so in the room, it's Herbalife everything. It's Herbalife products over here, and there's tablets over there, and everyone like taking their tablets before they go out. And he like, nah, I just take like, I think he was on Herbalife. I think he had started like, he was 18 pounds down at the time. He was like, no, I just take the cellulose. Like, I just take my cellulose. Because they taking Prolox Blue and Male Factor and Total Control and all these things. And he said they all look like professional athletes. We've all seen Brian Holyfield. We've all seen like Will Davis. They all look like professional athletes. And he said, he took a picture with him. He said, you can tell how uncomfortable I am in this picture with them. Because they all great results. I think Will was like a middle team member at the time. Brian Holyfield was, you all know, 20K. Great results. And then there's him. And he said they wore their button in Vegas at the day party. He had his button on at the club. Brian Holyfield had his button on everywhere he went. He was like, dude, you really about to go out here with this button on? And he was like, yeah. He said at the time, Brian Holyfield was making $21,000 a month. He was like, well, he said, Brian Holyfield was talking about like, I'm going to retire my mom. He said, well, you know, how much you making in order to retire your mom? He was like, last month I made $21,000. He was like, oh, okay. I think I wear this button. And so he said after that, Extravaganza was a couple months later in Vegas again. And so that was his first major event, and that's how he kind of got into the power of Herbalife and going into the community and all of that. So that's really what's dope about it. Last year he was fully qualified as a Get team member walking across stage in June 2014. Well, 15. This year he be walking across the stage as a 2.5 global expansion team member 2016. And as an organization, they're talking about they're going for cuts of president's team by the end of this year. And so one of the things I took a takeaway from hearing him speak, and I'm trying to think who else is on the call. Jasmine, please chime in since you were there.
I'm sorry. Who did you say was the sponsor?
Will Davis.
Okay.
Yeah. Will Davis. Dre was there. So if you were there, and then all those who went to the Northside STS, we're going to go back and forth and kind of chime in and fill you all in on kind of the things that we got to take away from those STSs. And for me, the biggest thing that I got from him was his ability to build relationships. And so I'll give you more about his organization. He had 3 people at the STS with him, and all of them were people that he met from social media. He had 2 active World Team members and a supervisor there. One's from San Antonio, one was from Madison, Wisconsin, and one was from Sacramento. And all those people, and he's from San Antonio. And these are all people that he got from social media. But the thing was, 2 of them had been following him for, two out of the 3 had been following him for over a year before they actually said yes to Herbalife. So it was his consistency that allowed them to reach out. Because they had been following him. He had asked them about Herbalife, and they continuously said no. But the fact that he continued with his DMO and continued working his Herbalife business is what allowed them to eventually say yes to Herbalife. So working social media isn't just posting pictures, is you actually have to be doing something in a part of your Herbalife business in order to show people. It's the lifestyle that people are attracted to and the consistency. I get a chance to talk to him, but he said in working social media, he said it's the pictures and the videos that got people to build his fit camp. So he has multiple fit camps. One of his fit camps, they have 2 fit camps. I don't know why I just took the time on my ears. I was talking to y'all. He has 2 fit camps a week that are over 100 people, 120 people on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But it's as a collective. So him, his sponsor, and 3 other Get team members. So it's 4 of them that have a large space. But they all, as a community, these are combining. But twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, they got 500 people. Over 100 people in their space on a Tuesday night and a Thursday night. But then him personally, he has a fit camp, which he did was for women only, because the majority of his team, he said, was single mothers. So what he did was he's created a women's only fit camp, women's only boot camp. And he sacrificed him for Sundays. And he did that in order to, 1, increase their own personal results and spend the time with them. But it's like a small group. So he has like 1 session and then he has another session. But what he did was when he marketed the fit camp, he didn't market it as a Herbalife. He didn't market it for his current clients. He marketed it for brand new clients. So a lot of times we are looking for a group of people, and sometimes you got to just find what the niche is or the people you're trying to serve. And just sometimes you just got to target it that way. So if it's a mommy and me fit camp, if it's a whatever it may be, he sacrificed their time. And I'm like, which was dope. And he allowed that to build relationships between clients, current clients, and new people. Because when he marketed the fit camp, he didn't say, oh, well, come join this Herbalife fit camp that we got. We're going to talk about shakes and the products. He just said, no, I got a women's only workout that I do. So y'all can come and do this women's only workout. It just so happened that the core group of that women's only workout were all people who did Herbalife. When you walked into the gym, it was Herbalife everywhere. He's branded with Herbalife, and all the clients are branded with Herbalife. So when people have genuine conversations, what do you think they're going to talk about? Oh, I'm trying to lose this weight. Oh, what you trying to do lose weight? Oh, I do 2 shakes and 1 healthy meal every day. Oh, what's 2 shakes and 1 healthy meal? Got them. Like, it's not a hard process. You just got to get the people together. And then he talked a lot about building relationships amongst coaches wide and deep. So he said something that really struck with to me personally, because he said, everyone's not going to like me. And I was like, that is true. Because then half my team looked at me. And I was like, that is true. But what he said was, you have to build the relationships amongst people, sideline-wise, so that even if you get mad at me because you built the relationship with someone else, you're not going nowhere. It's hard to quit on a community versus quitting on one person. I'm like, that is very true. You get pissed at your sponsor, you're like, well, you know what, them, they ain't getting no money off me no more. I'm quitting this Herbalife thing. But if you rocking with a bunch of people, it's harder to leave a group of people than just to leave one person. And he said, and the phrase that he used was, and I'm trying to use the exact phrase when it comes to building relationships. He said, you want to build those relationships so that you don't have to be everything for everyone. And I was like, that's dope. You build those relationships up, amongst sidelines 1 through 6 levels deep, but you work on building those relationships. So he said he treats everyone like his first line. He said when he started treating everyone like his first line, things became easier. He and his organization started to grow more. And so I thought about for myself, and I'm like, that's something I need to work on, going 2nd, 3rd, 4th level deep, which is something that I've been working on at a level when the supervisors aren't active. So like I had one of my 5th line supervisors that came in today. And it was her first time ever coming to a STS. She was a brand new supervisor and she worked in. But because her sponsor and her uplines don't, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th level aren't active, I felt obligated to make sure that, because she was still moving volume, which regardless in my mindset now moving forward is, regardless if your sponsor is active or not, I need to be more active if needed. So that's something that I took of it. Dre, Jasmine, y'all feel free to jump in or chime in as needed. I'm just going through my notes right now for things that kind of stuck out to me as I was at STS.
Are you ready? I was just letting you talk. So
go ahead.
Okay. I think one of the big things that he talked about too was personal development, which I thought was really good. He said the work comes first and the pen comes later. And the more higher the pen that you have, the more PD you have to do. And a really good one that I like that he said, if you're trying to get people, lead with personal development and tell them we're going to change your life with personal development. Then money will no longer come the issue, because everybody's not looking for the business to do the money. But if you're going to tell them that you're going to change their mindset and change their life with personal growth and personal development, then you can get them that way. Because a lot of times, no company asks, like, why are you here? What are you doing? Like, if you ask somebody, why are they working at McDonald's? They just going to be like, because it's a job. So you need to know, and building relationships, like Cortez said, he's like, you need to know their why and build off of that. And you need to get them really lead with personal development and show that Herbalife is not the same company as any other company out there. That was like the biggest thing that I felt like he was really passionate about, personal development, and he focused on a lot of Jim Rome and Mark Hughes, and more so I think like Jim Rome, because he said he worked closely with Mark Hughes and he knew how a marketing plan worked. He was one of the biggest things that he said, that Herbalife is personal development with a marketing plan. And I thought that was a good one. So I think that was the biggest thing that spoke to me, was all his personal development that he did. He did a slide about ethics, and all volume is in good volume. People will follow if the vision, if you share it with them. So that goes back to the social media posts. If you speak it before it happens, have integrity, be humble. He was a very down to earth person. He said he was a little bit flashy, but he was somebody that you could just come up and talk to, and you could share, and you could see the personal development that he did, which made him a good leader. That's pretty much all. I mean, I have more notes, but I really like the personal development one.
So my takeaways, Jasmine had like 7 of my points. Like, oh, okay, Jasmine, okay. But that's cool. My takeaways was he said you grow through what you go through. So that's something that's that stuck with me. And I'm sure everybody on this call, we all go through different struggles, difficulties, depending on the day, the moments, or whatever. And whatever we're going through is a learning experience, and that will help us with our next member that's going to have those same issues, and also your mindset when it comes to moving up to the next level. And you showing your other members how to deal with those same issues because you already dealt with those things. And he said, follow the vision, not the money. We all know everybody wants the money, but as long as your team believe in the vision and you focus on the vision more than the money will come automatically. So those are 2 points outside of the things that was mentioned that stuck with me.
Appreciate it, Dre. He definitely talked about results. Get better results. Okay, so to sum up, his whole personal development section was based on Jim Rohn. Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. That solves all problems. It solves all problems. Every time he's the complaint, you be like, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better.
Also, he also said, like, if somebody tells you no, like, always just say, like, be polite to that person because they can come back. Like, just because it's a no, it could be a not right now. But if you're, like, mean and, like, messing with them or you have an attitude, then, they're not going to come back. But that also goes to if you do more personal development, you'll be nicer to them. But you should always be positive and just say, okay, and always leave your contact information so they'll have a way to get in touch with you. There's another thing that he said. I'm going to mute myself until I find it.
He said he broke down. So we're going to the supervisor school. And he said, one, get better results, you get more clients. Get better results. 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 You're going to get more clients. So new solves all. New results solve more clients. Your distributors suck. New members solve the fact that your distributors suck. However, if your distributors suck, it's probably your fault. Your client, your members, your distributors do a percentage of what you do. It's like 50%. So the conversation came up because someone said, oh, well, how do I get my supervisors to become active supervisors? So how much volume do you do? 3,000. What's their average volume? 1,500. Duh. If you do 3,000, 3,500, even 5, it's going to be a struggle for your distributors to do 2,500, your members. But if you only have 2 supervisors, it's really going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle. And he said something that's for me that's was really kind of key for me, as he said, you run your business. I mean, we heard this with Ryan, but then it came up again. He was like, this is in a conversation that we were having a Q&A later, and he was like, you don't let nobody, don't make anyone think that you need them as far as clients and or distributors. And that came up because, I was asking about decisions I should make, and he was like, You lead your team. You speak for your team. I was like, oh, like it hit me. I was like, oh, check, like I do. He was like, no, because a lot of decisions that you're gonna make going forward are for members and clients that aren't here yet. So you really making the decision for people that you're going to get in the future, not the people that you have right now. I said, So when you make a move, changing your DMO, if you make a move when you want to add something or subtract something, you're doing it for the people who are coming in the future, not for the people that you may have right now. Probably looking for who you're looking to attract. And that's what, as Dre said, don't chase the vision, not the money, because whatever vision that you're creating and you're casting out are for people who are probably not even here yet. So when you're talking to people, you're talking about the vision of what you're going to do, where you're going to go, the results they're going to get. Literally, when we're telling people on the results, you're telling them the vision and a dream and a goal of how they're going to look and how they're going to feel, because it never really happens until afterwards. And so I really took a lot of notes this time because I'm getting myself prepared to like go on stage. So I was like detailing everything. Like, so how am I gonna say this? How am I gonna say that? So I got to really like break down stuff in a lot more detail.
Pause. So one of the things that he said to piggyback off of yours, he said it's his job to cast the vision. So since he's the leader, it's his job to cast the vision so everybody can see it. So that's what he was saying, that he needs to like say it publicly, like post what his vision is so everybody can see what it is. And then he also said we don't get paid for time, for our time, we get paid for value. So knowing the information, invest in people, care more about them than yourself, that is what you're getting paid for.
Bonus question. Oh, go ahead. Oh, sorry.
And the last thing, and then you can have it back to this. People will test you, so you need to stay consistent. So they'll quit just to see if you're going to quit. If you stay consistent, then they'll come back. And then, okay, go Cortez.
Who's this? The second quote, what'd you say? What was the second quote point that you made about value and time?
We don't get paid for time. We get paid for value. Knowing the information, invest in people, care more about them than yourself.
Pop quiz. Who's that? Who's they come from? Who says that? Anyone?
Jim Rohn. I thought you was just asking.
Uncle Jimmy.
All right. It was Jim Rohn 101. Like the whole STS was Jim Rohn 101. His personal development, which is dope. He talked about lifestyle. So he talked about qualification, going to Miami and stuff like that. He said when you're trying to show the lifestyle of Herbalife, you have to qualify for everything. So he said, if you're literally trying to show the lifestyle of Herbalife, you have to qualify for everything. So you said you can't say I'm going to Disney World and your goal every month is 2,500 value points. It don't line up. He said it don't line up. He said because if you qualify for the STSs and you qualify for VIP at STS, LDW, you will be on track for any vacation that comes up. It's around 7,500 value points a month. He said, now you got a bonus because they're letting you use royalty points now. He said, I'll be done with the vacation next month. And going back to the original point where he said, don't let your distributors think like they need them and you do what you do for your people, is because the 100 people fit camp that they have, he has a world team member that does a 15-person fit camp right next door. It's 100 of them in one room. It's 15 of them on the other one just because he wants to do his own thing. He said, that's cool. You do your own thing. He said, if it's not duplicatable, it's not working. So his world team member is technically duplicating him. It's just on a smaller scale. So he said, if you can't duplicate it, it's not working. He said, it doesn't matter if you can do 10,000 if your people can't do 5. And so he really stressed the importance of not only leadership, but when you lead it from the front, in the duplication process. And the duplication process goes along with the personal development. It goes along with casting that vision. He said something that I thought was very interesting. He said, write down your goals event to event, which is something interesting. So he said, for example, while you sitting through the HOM, or you sitting through the marketing plan, or you sitting through, say, a product training, write down your next goal. So if you're sitting through the product training or you're sitting through the HOM and someone says, this month I lost 10 pounds, or you got up there and said, I lost 15 pounds this month. For the next event, write what your next goal is by the time you get to the next event. I was like, that's dope. So if you see a pen and you like, or I'm not sending VIP this month, next month I want to send in VIP, you write that goal down at that event. If you weren't top producer this month, be top producer next month. That's something that you would write at the event and then stick to it. This is the first time I've been top producer since Chaz and Raimi went there. I was so excited. I was like, hey, wait. They was like going to top producer, and I was like, wait. Oh, that's me. Yay. No Raimi? Because the 14,000 is on the north side, and the 10,000 is on the Ohio. Yay, me. First time in like 5 months.
Oh, and he also said, like, with the VIP, to like, you need to be on stage, because when you have new people in there, it gives credibility to your story. Like when people come and get your autographs and stuff, you want the new people to see that, so they can be like, oh, okay, she was for real, or he was for real talking about that. So that's the whole point. You need to lead from the front, so you need to be on stage, you need to be on VIP to sit on the top of the room for all the new people coming in.
I think lastly, I'm going to say, I think Dre or Jazz might have topped on this, but they said people will follow the vision if you share it. So a lot of times we don't share our vision of what we're trying to do or what we're trying to create. Like you literally have to tell people. You got to go out and tell people. You got to go out and tell people. Show people. Tell people, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we're trying to create. Share your vision with people. And then lastly, 2 more things. He said, what is leadership? And this is the definition that he gives for leadership. The action of leading a group of people or organization. And he highlighted action. So he said, that's not you telling a bunch of people from your couch, from your bed, saying, y'all go do volume, y'all go do fit camps, y'all go do this, y'all go do that. He said, it's the action of it. It's the process of you going out and doing it and leading and showing and duplicating the process. So a lot of his was really on the leadership and you being the person, and you show, tell, try, do. Show somebody how to do it. You tell them how to do it. You show them how to do it and let them try it, and then you go do it. Like and he's really stressed on that. And then the last thing that I personally take away is after seeing him say that he sacrificed his Sunday, because he was like, man, I'm going to do it on Sunday. Nobody called me. Nobody texted me. I'm watching football. I'm watching basketball. That's it. Like Sundays, I'm done. I'm off the grid. And that's when on Sundays is when he created the women's fit camps. So he's like, I sacrificed that time for the greater good of my team, to let them be in my space. He actually does the fit camp at his house, at his apartment. Like the complex or wherever that he lives in, that's where he does the fit camp at. I'm like, that's dope. So I got to think of like, sometimes y'all be calling me and I'm wanting to answer. I'm like, I want my space. I feel like now they kind of told me that I need my space. Or I got to give up my space. You know, because I saw a lot of him and me. Like, it's just like, I'm like, okay. Guess that's my next push in personal development and growth. It's give more of my space and my time. So I guess I can like give people my phone number and stuff, you know. Because I'm like, Chaz already called me enough. I don't know if I'm going to. And then Tasha started calling me too. So I don't know. Actually, Carissa texted me. I was like really thrown off. I was like, oh, Carissa got questions. What's really going on? So
Krista said she going to press team, so she got questions now.
Yeah, she got questions. But yeah, that was the last thing, and that was the most impactful for me, is just overall him and his philosophy on building relationships. So that's my major takeaway from this STS, is that the building of relationships. So that's it for Southside STS. Raimi Kelly fellows from the who was at the north side STS. Or Ramey's over here moving around now, but Kelly, yeah.
I could talk. I had to go get my thing, and then a man tried to hit me with a car to stop to talk to me. So just what's going on. But I made it. So I will first start with supervisor school before he got into before I go into like his personal development section. But hold on, let me find it. Where I'm at. Okay, boom. So can y'all hear me? Okay, cool, because it's kind of loud in my background. But something that he really focused on a lot was, he said what actually attracted him to the business was the idea of freedom. So he said he was used to playing team sports. Not team sports. He was used to playing sports. He said he was in a volleyball. He played volleyball during college, and plus managing like his grades and working a corporate job. So he said he was used to working about 70 hours per week. So hard work was never an issue for him. But he was lacking the freedom part of it, which I think that's what Shaun talked a lot about too, from listening to what Cortez said. But he was looking for freedom. So he said he went down to an opportunity meeting. They first like STS, which was not fancy at all. He said it was literally in a tent with like jets flying over. It was nothing fancy. He said, and he went and he was hearing the testimonies, and he heard the freedom part of it, and he thought to himself like, well, what if this is really possible? So he gave it a try. He's actually been in a business a total of 11 years, but he quit for 4. He sat at World Team for 4 years. He worked a corporate job, and that's what got him into the point when he said it's 3 phases that everybody in Herbalife are going to go through. And those 3 phases that you go through is it's not worth it, it's worth it, and then I'm not worth this. So he said the it's not worth it phase is the part when you don't see it looking up. You don't see how this is going to really pay off. Is it going to really be worth it? Me sacrificing my Saturdays to go to an event, going to fit camps, working a couple extra hours after work. It's not worth it. The money is not matching. It's not worth it at all. So then he said, then you start looking up, and that's when you get into phase 2, which is the it's worth it phase. I really thought about Cortez, because if anybody knows Cortez's story, I think Cortez has a strong it's not worth it phase. Like, I mean, I thought about myself too, but I think his story is just a little bit greater between like car repossessions and everything like that. Still coming to the beach, still pushing through, your family telling you like, you have a whole college degree, just go get a job. Like, it's not worth it. And then you continuously start, you just keep working. And then you get to the point where it's worth it. He said, and then the last part is, I'm not worth this. And what he means by that is that your expectations of life, like he said, you have so much abundance and freedom that you're not sure what to do with it. So you almost like, okay, I didn't think that this was possible, but you start to see it. And he said that's the part that he held on to. When he quit the business for 4 years, he kept, just like Shaun was talking about, like the consistency part. He said, you know, he saw, because Mark and Jill Addy are his sponsors, which is Brian Holyfield's upline, which is cool. But he said that he saw them continuously grow. So when he quit for that 4 years, it was just like he kept seeing what they were doing, and he knew that he was missing the freedom part. He had no freedom whatsoever. Working all the hours that he was working, and it still wasn't worth it. And the part that really clicked for him, that made him really want to, hold on one second. I'm in the bathroom during a barbecue. Hey. I'm going to go, excuse me.
I'm sorry.
No, you good. I'm going to go in your room.
sorry. It's hard to find a quiet space. But and my phone was under that. Okay. So he said he watched their consistency. He stopped everything that they were doing, and he came back. But he said the part that made him really want to quit, and what he decided was when his father passed away, he said his job emailed him and told him, basically in a letter form, nothing personal or anything like that, in so many words, sorry for your condolences, but you got 72 hours tomorrow and then you need to come back to work. And he was like, out of all those years that he had put into his job, working and working and working and working, and for you to tell me, he said he literally was sitting in the funeral home when that happened. And he said he thought to himself, like, that's all I'm worth. All I'm worth is 10 vacation days and 3 days to mourn my father's death. That's it. Only for me to you to work me harder to make you a little bit more money, but still pay me the same. And that's when he decided, I'm going to take off. So what happened from World Team, he said everything was 13 months for him. So he hit Active World Team, took him 13 months to hit Get Team, took him another 13 months to hit Meal Team, and then it was President's Team. Everything was 13 months. And he just said, you know, you really just have to be focused and disciplined, and something that he stressed was just those core values. So what do you really stand by with you and your team? Like, what do you hold for your team? What are you loyal to? So when you have your no matter what calendar, you know you got to show up for your team. So he stressed that a lot. He talked a lot about vision too. So he said every time the pen goes up, this was in supervisor school, so he was, of course, speaking to the leadership, but he said every time a pen goes up, it creates more belief in the room. So every time you see somebody move through the marketing plan, especially somebody on your team, you see that, wow, this is still possible. He talked about, you know, he had everybody to write their goals down. Get clear on what you do and put dates on what you do and commit to changing the pen. And he said, if you're not doing it for yourself, then do it for somebody else. That was supervisor school. And then going into the personal development section. And I guess I might as well share this with y'all because y'all in the same region. He was really big on, he's moved here from California. So, but he's originally from Michigan. Yeah, originally from Michigan. And something that he talked about was the region that we're in a very hard-working region. So when you're looking for business builders, understand that business builders are out there. You just got to paint the vision for them that makes it appealing. Let people know that you do not have to sacrifice security for happiness. And he said that's what he was doing in his job. He spent a lot of time just with the security. He said because we live in a very, like the region that we are, it's a blue-collar region. We work hard. We don't mind working, but we want the security. And that's what he was talking about, like the residual income and some things that you do have to give up. But no matter what, he was like, I could vacation whenever I want to vacation. I could pick up and go wherever I want to go. And he stressed the fact, like, you're worth more than just 10 days, 10 vacation days. You're worth way more than that. But most people think that it's not possible. So you got to be the person to create that change. He also kind of stressed the fact that we have really good balance in this region because I thought about Chaz when he said this, because what he said was you'll work really hard during the week and then during the weekends you may party. You're going to have a drink, you have a cheat meal, but you don't feel guilty about it. In California, because I remember when Chaz for Cortez laughing because he know. Chaz like, I'm not giving up my drink. I'm not giving up this. That's why I thought about Chaz and them.
Y'all don't know about Chaz before she started Herbalife. Chaz was rude than a mug. When she first started,
I'm not. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing that. Very rebellious.
Don't come in the camera now.
She drove from Cleveland to Chicago To
To
tell
tell us what she wasn't gonna do.
to tell her upline what she wasn't gonna do.
Everything she wasn't gonna do. She
And
wasn't.
Carissa was right behind her. I ain't drinking no damn tea. I ain't gonna do it. I don't drink tea. I ain't gonna do it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Tea now.
Yeah, because some Tito had to make it for you early in the morning and you had no choice.
Made me drink
So
it.
did. He made us some chai tea. Look at Kiki like, yeah.
Pretty much.
He talked a lot about he talked about that he stressed a lot of facts as far as like when it comes down to the money, if somebody ever were worried about security and making money, he said health results equal income results. So you build a balanced business. That's when he got into retailing and recruiting. And he talked about value. He talked a lot about Jim Rohn too. But how much value you actually bring to the marketplace. Represent, talk to people. Okay, no. So
Run me real quick. Jasmine got a question. It may be something you just talked about.
what's that?
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird question. It's for all the people who do it full time. What is your like health benefits? Because people always like, oh, you can't quit to do Herbalife full time. So like they always just looking for like, that's the reason why they have their job is for.
We don't have help.
Next me, I have a
Make
husband.
enough money, you be fine.
Cass has a husband that works and has benefits. Ramy's still under her mama insurance, and I have enough money to pay for my own insurance and my own chiropractor.
Okay, so that's what you just money that.
Jasmine, when I quit my job, I'll be under Arthur's insurance. So I ain't got to worry about that. Like,
Okay. Yeah, well, okay, but
that at all.
Randy just said health results yields income results, so you'll have enough money to pay for it.
That was one of the first things that I paid for. I couldn't wait, man. That check came. I went straight to the chiropractor.
Okay.
He sure did.
That's great. I just need it because people always like, yeah, that's not true. And I know people who are doing it full time. I can't be like, yeah, obviously they have to have health insurance unless you're going to get fined. But I just needed to know. Thank you.
No problem. So, I'm trying to get this charger to work, y'all. I'm sorry. She's going to be mad. I'm going to unplug something that probably shouldn't be unplugged. She gets to be in the people's room. But, is it charging? No. Whatever. Anyway, so I told y'all he stressed a lot about freedom. So he talked about the things that he had to give up along the way to like presidency. So he just explained a lot that he made a decision to kill off every option except for freedom. So avoid all distractions at all costs. And he said a distraction is anything that deters you from thinking about or doing your Herbalife business. Made me think about Cortez because Cortez will sever a lot of relationships for his business. Like, cut it. You need to cut it. He cuts it real quick. So he talked about that. He said one thing he stressed, and I love this, he said, you can't leave Herbalife. If you leave Herbalife, you basically saying you quitting on this lifestyle because we do the healthy and active lifestyle. So what you saying? You quitting on being healthy. You quitting on working out. So it's just about being loyal to what it is that you do. He said to unleash your power, understood that you're worthy of everything it is that you want. Focus on your goals, have a timeline, have a vision and belief, and learn how to win every day. So set a goal daily and win every day at your goal. And always focus on the next goal. He talked about play a team sport, find your teammate, and commit to the vision. So, and he said, if you need a spotter at the gym, you need a spotter in this business. So you got to get around people who are not going to let you quit. Even when it get hard, you need those people that's going to be like, what you doing? Where you going? Like how I did Cortez, and I told him I was disappointed when he was doing his resume. Maybe he'll tell y'all this story one day. But he was doing his resume in the nutrition club during supervisor school. And Cortez said, Nancy said, Cortez, what are you doing? He said, I'm updating my resume. And I called him when we left. I was mad at him. And I told him, I said, what do you mean? You updating your resume? It made me so upset because I'm like, we supposed to create a vision of freedom and how we gonna go and we gonna take over the city and you gonna go get a job? My feelings are hurt.
Nancy started crying.
Yeah, everybody was upset. Like, but you need those people around you, and I say that especially for part-timers. I mean, full-timers too. Like, you gotta hold the vision, but share it with other people so we can hold you accountable for what it is that you want to do. Don't just quit and just give up on us. Don't do that. Don't do that. We your spotters. So he talked about that. Surrounding yourself with people who have what you want. So he said that's how you pick the best teammates. So success leaves clues. So if you always seeing somebody level up, those are people who you need to try to get in a circle with. Those are people you need to get around. Get around the people that's going to make you be more. Get around the people that already have what you want. And I heard this from Dre, but he said it. He said he heard it too. Like, he doesn't take advice from people he wouldn't trade places with. But understand that you can still learn from everybody, though. So he said, you got to understand that if you standing in this business and you see something that's working for somebody else and you know that in that area it's not working for you, but they're successful at it, humble yourself enough to be able to listen to them. Don't think that you can't learn from somebody just because y'all not in the same position. He said eliminate distractions. So get rid of anything that's not serving you. He said be coachable. And what I liked about this was he said most people will tell you that they're coachable. Nobody will admit to not being coachable. Nobody's going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to listen to anything that you're saying. But let go of it. He said let the ego go. Then he said be a mentor and be mentored. And the reason why he gave that is because he's just moving to Chicago. He says since being a president's team member, he hasn't really worked the business like that. Like, he been kicking it in so many words. Like, he a 20K press team member. He said since being a president's team member, his worst check was $22,000 a month. His best check was $42,000. So he ain't worked the business. But he said coming back to Chicago, he said, I'm a brand new active world team member. That's what I am. He said, so all the things that I haven't done in a long time, I got to do that over again. He said, and if you want to get to president's team, you need to forever be a brand new active world team member. All the things it took you to do to get to active world team, you need to continuously be that. He said, face your fears. He said, this is a good point. He said, there's 168 hours in a week. So if somebody tell you that I don't have time, there's 168 hours in a week and you work 40 of them for the people who have a job. I was like, oh, that's good. That's really good. Then he said, make a decision. So decide what you're worth. Decide what you're willing to do to get it. He said those who do the most work do it faster. So if you ever wondering why you're not somewhere, it's because somebody else is doing something faster than you are. Get into action. Have a no matter what calendar. Be willing and stay inside the bubble. He was like, Herbalife is a bubble. Don't let anything penetrate your bubble. Anything that's not in alignment with what you want, don't let it inside your bubble. You don't need it. He said it's a cruel world out there. Stay in here. We all happy. Like, get in the bubble. If you're not in the bubble, you need to get in the bubble. And he said when you don't have, he brought up this point because he said living the lifestyle that he does as a president's team member, he gives his mom $3,000 a month. His mother used to be a hoarder. He grew up in a trailer home. He didn't talk a lot about his childhood, but he grew up in a trailer park or whatever. So he didn't come up with a lot. He said they used to collect cans and go get the money for the scrap metal to get money to put in the car. And he showed pictures and he got really emotional on this part because he showed pictures of the inside of his mother's trailer home. And she was actually a hoarder. And she had stuff like all over the place. He said and he couldn't stand seeing her live like that. So he said he saw this in a movie and he thought that it was a statement, and it said, when you don't have anything in your life, when you don't have anything in life, you keep everything. So just get clear and start letting go of all the things that you really don't need in your life, because understand that you have a very abundant life. So everything that you want, what you want, wants you. So he just said, you know, let go of all the things that, you know, you don't need to make room for the things that you do. Then he said, what you do in your real life. He said, what do you do when your real life exceeds your dreams? And that's how he finished out. Of course, his face like, oh, shit. But he said, what do you do when your real life exceeds your dreams? And he shared a lot of pictures of like how him and his wife, his fiance, which his fiance is beautiful. He has a 29-year-old fiance and he's 47. She cold. I don't even like girls, but I just want to say she cold. Like, she is beautiful. But he said they travel wherever they want. They live in a condo downtown, like, and just explaining like the freedom that he has. Look at Corey. Of course, he was like, at 47, give me a 29-year-old. I can see the face, but you know, I just thought that was really powerful when I thought about it. Like, wow, what could you imagine what it was like if your life exceeded like all the dreams that you had? He said he only had 5 things on his vision. He irritated. He pulled out the picture. He said, yeah, she's beautiful. Beautiful. She's beautiful. But he said he only had 5 things on his vision board, and he got every last one of those things on his vision board. And so he said all of his dreams are coming true, but it's like past anything that he ever expected it to be. So just work, get clear on what you want, and always think in the back of your mind, like, what if all of this really is possible? What if this really can happen? And he closed with that. And that was it. He said the vision, set goals, and work the goals. That's it. It's awesome.
Raymond,
Jazz got a question.
Yes.
you said something like before, set a goal daily and win at it. Do you remember what it was? Because it was really good nugget, and I couldn't get it in time. You was going fast.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. My phone is about to die, so I'm trying to hurry up to get to a charge.
I can get it from you tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I mean, I could send it out to the team. I just want to get...
The call was recorded for quality assurance.
Okay, cool.
Something else he said, just to point that out, he just said, you know, there's no breakthroughs without breakdowns. So understand in life, you're going to always have at least 10 flat tires. So he said, if you see somebody who comes into the business and they taking off in the business, you don't know how many flat tires they had to get here. And all they had to do was just kind of put all the pieces in place. So you never know what somebody had to go through. And sometimes we have to go through life while doing Herbalife. And sometimes life may have hit you already, so you were already ready for what was to come. You were already ready for what Herbalife had to offer you. All you needed was just the opportunity. So understand that you can help anyone, and everybody needs Herbalife.
And when you said that, makes me think of those presidency members that you see hit in 3-4 years. Mm-hmm. And then when you hit a story and they're like, they've been locked up, shot, been addicted.
Daddy killed their mama in front of them. They had the hell of a life.
Yeah, they had a whole life. So when they found Herbalife, like, oh, this is easy.
Exactly.
Talk to people
and stay in the bubble.
I can go outside once I get off house arrest. This is amazing. Like, exactly. So yeah, that makes me think of when people grow so fast within the Herbalife community, you just don't know. Like, I think we've had this conversation before. Is the person you were before you hit Herbalife plays a large factor into your Herbalife business. Mm-hmm. So it's either going to be a benefit to you, or you're going to have to start all over from scratch. Yes. So that definitely plays a lot. So anybody got any? That was a lot. Thank you, Raimi.
No problem.
Sound like a great STS, and that's the benefit of having multiple systems. Because I'm definitely excited this weekend to go to Quick Start and see Eric Thomas. Got my ticket to ET.
Whoop, whoop.
VIP. Me and ET. This was the exact same time last year that I saw ET when he was in Chicago. It was June 6th.
Remember, he was supposed to come now, but it was canceled. Well, Indiana.
No, but June 6th, he was in Chicago last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I went.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Jasmine, to answer your question, he said, have a vision and belief.
and learn how to win. Oh, it said win at every level and focus on the next goal.
Thank you.
No problem.
If people got any questions, it was a dope STS weekend. It was a lot of information. And what I'm taking away from the STS, and the fact that you had a 2.5 get team member, then you had a president's team member he's been president team for how many years?
4.
4 years. Been at Herbalife for 11 years, president for the last 4 years. And then a new get team member, a new get 2.5. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of times we get excited about speakers, mm-hmm. and it's just the difference. And the small differences will be, which in this situation, Jerry Graham is starting all over from scratch. Mm-hmm. Most press team members are probably not starting over from scratch unless they're in cuts. They're like, I'm trying to be 15K, trying to be 20K. Then that grind goes back to being in the state of an active world team member. Because you can have, I think, Ramey's first STS, it was a mill team members. Mm-hmm. And they had been older in the business, and you could tell they were just like, yeah, we're mill team, and we're here. We're satisfied with life right now.
But you know what? Because Carlos was there yesterday, which I didn't know Carlos was in his last cuts in mill team.
Dang.
But yeah, last cut. He said he made $12,000 last month. But something that Carlos pointed out in the Celebrate and Create was he said he had the opportunity to hear Jerry Graham speak when he was a mill team member. Mm-hmm. So he said he saw the change in him. He said when he was a mill team member, he spoke a lot like, this is what I'm doing. This is what we doing. This is how it's going. He said, and yesterday, it was more like things were a lot, it was very lax. The way that he gave the STS, he wasn't a super like pumped person. He was very personable, but everything was really like a conversation. Like he literally did the STS, like he had no slides. His only slides was the ones like that were quotes. Everything was literally on a piece of paper that he wrote down, and he like hit points and then just expounded upon them. That's it. Like it was nothing that you probably like could take pictures and be like, oh yeah, that I get it now. It was nothing like that. So he said that was the difference in looking at the STS, like in doing the STS. Was he said he's had the opportunity to grow. He understands what the grind is, but he understands what his vision is. So it's not stressful. He don't stress himself because he know what he got to do. And as long as you know exactly what you got to do and you just focus on grinding to get there, you're going to be fine. And I was like, this is true. He was like, the business should not be stressful. Nobody should stress at the end of the month because you already know what you need to be doing. So if you're doing everything that you were supposed to, everything is going to fall in alignment exactly how you wanted it to be. So he said that's why the conversation in meal team and being at press team for the amount of time that he has been and like having the amount of money that he had is different, is because he realized that your team, like people are going to get it when they get it. That's something that he stressed. Like at the events, he said in his moment when he decided that he was going to do Herbalife and really like run this thing, he said was at an extravaganza in Atlanta. He said, and Dan Waldron was talking. He said, I can't even tell you what Dan Waldron said. Mm-hmm. All I know was that was the moment when it clicked. And he said, that's why you got to stress getting people in the room. Your most important thing is to get people in the room. And he kind of referenced like the law of averages, if you've ever seen The Magic of Part-Time from Jim Rohn, when he talks about how I'm going to have 10 people. I need 10 people. I talk to 10 people because I know my averages is 3 out of 10. And he would invite people and say, you could be a part of the 7. I just need you in the room. Because you can make your decision on what you want to do. So he said, that's all that it's about. It's just knowing what you got to do and doing what it takes to get there. It's no stress. Herbalife is stress free. Just stay in the bubble. Stay in the bubble and do the work. Okay, I think I'm done for real. I think I'm done for real.
The lies you tell. But and that's the difference in a person in their background. 11 years in the business, 4 years as a present team member, and the age, he's 47, correct?
Yeah.
So that comes age, that comes wisdom, that comes a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take the cross out where you say 33 years old, first 15 years was in insurance, last 3 years been in Herbalife, and he's in the middle of the grind as you see it. So you're always going to get different scenarios depending on where you are in life. So that's why you always just go to every event.
Exactly.
That just really is. That's why it's always important to go to every event. No STS is the same, and it really is. You don't have to chase the speaker. You just got to chase the event. Just get to the event. Because what I needed from Shaun was me and Shaun. I felt like I looked at him like, oh, me and him in the same spot. He's a couple months ahead of me right now. That's all I looked at it was. He's a couple months ahead of me, so I'm just looking at a couple of future version of myself. And then sometimes you're going to need to be in the STS when you hear someone who gives you a wisdom of what you're going to see a couple years from now. Or your STS may even not be for you. It may be for the 7 to 10 people that you got sitting behind you. In addition to that, you want to get people to events, not for the speaker, but for the community that they're involved with. So, for example, I had a member who was able to only come for like an hour and a half. But because the Southside STS is literally like in the city of Chicago, he could just come stop by. He had his daughter with him. His daughter had to go to dance practice. So he came, he stopped by, he sat in the HOM. But then once the HOM, he had to leave around like 11:30. But in the meantime, before he left, he sees Nancy in the hallway. So I get a chance to introduce him to Nancy. So you really just want to have people to be able to hear the stories, hear the testimonies, and be able to connect with somebody they may be able to build a relationship with. Because Nancy has 4 kids. He has 2, married, dealing with. So just to have somebody like me, I'm young, you know, he is my large brother. So it's like, oh, he rocks with Tez. So, but Ted, he's high energy and he does all these things, but him and Nancy are closer in age. So maybe something that they be able to connect to and have a conversation with when it comes to family relationships and Herbalife that I'm not going to be able to connect to. Just like people who are in relationships and they kind of tell me about what's going on in their relationships. I just look at them like, I don't know what to tell you. Are they buying Valium? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So you want people to go to events so they're able to build a community, not just amongst their sidelines, but people who are doing Herbalife overall. You want to involve people into the bubble. So you just want to make people's bubble as big as possible. Because if anybody's ever gone away to school or know people that have gone away to school, people in college have no idea what's going on in the regular world. Like, until they come home for break, they don't know what's going on. All they know is class, food, sleep, exams, midterms. That's all they know. Like, they have no idea what's going on in the regular world. Most people on Herbalife, once you fix your Facebook, you have no idea what's going on in the regular world. You forget that it's holidays. You forget a lot of stuff. So you just want to make people bubble as big as possible. We got a lot of new people on the call. Sherry, Michelle, well, they not new. Paige, but y'all the non-supervisors.
Huh? You don't see her name. It says iPhone. Zakiya Wave.
That's the person that's sideways?
Yes, she's sideways.
There you go. I definitely want, if y'all have, Paige, you got a question? What's up?
No, I ain't had no questions.
Then why you raise your hand?
I don't know. I'm trying to wave.
Oh. Hey.
Hey.
So you ain't got no questions. All this information, all these nuggets, all these jewels, and you ain't got no questions.
Everything is hitting a lot of spots and is like making me more eager to do the business.
Do you know who Jim Rohn is?
No, I don't.
Do you know how to spell Jim Rohn?
Yes.
Spell it. Because you can't. Most people
We
can't.
said the same thing at the same time. Oh, Marcellus is on the call, Cortez.
What number is that? Okay, what's up? What's going on, Marcellus?
Paige, please spell Jim wrong.
Oh, Janelle's on the call, and so is Michelle.
Oh, hey, Jeanette, my new Facebook friend.
Paige, I don't think you know how to spell Jim wrong. It's okay. We'll just type it in the group.
So I knew you had questions because we gonna be talking about the magic of part-time and all these Jim Rohn quotes, and you don't even know who this man is.
It ain't the JIMROME, is it?
No, that's the. So you pull that up, you're gonna see Sports Center. There go highlights.
I just thought of Jerome from Morton for some reason when she said that.
So. Personally, we talked a lot about personal development. Everyone in Herbalife, they say Herbalife is personal development with a marketing plan. So the more you grow yourself personally, and what we mean by personal development is taking the time to grow who you are as a person, mentally, emotionally, in terms of leadership, emotional development, communication. That's what personal development is. I gotta turn the light on. I'm getting blacker. The sun go down. There we go. So yes, Mark Hughes, Jim Rohn. Start with this. Those are your basics. Jim Rohn will give you everything that you need. Because they have hours and hours and hours and hours of tape. He said something, and I think the important part of personal development, since we're on the topic, is personal development doesn't count unless you apply it. So he said a lot of times we'll do personal development while you're brushing your teeth and you're washing dishes and you're folding clothes and you're doing all these things. And yeah, you technically did your personal development, but you haven't applied it. You didn't internalize it. It's not something that you took away and was like, oh, like, you know, oh, ooh, like you had one of those moments like, speaking to me, preach on. Like a couple times during the STS, we was like, he was like, can the church say amen? And everybody was like, amen. Like, STS was cracking. It was low-key ratchet. We had some ratchet moments during the STS, some wildly ratchet moments. But on most part, Shaun was on point. And that's how it really feels when you're doing personal development. He said, take notes while you're doing your personal development so that you have an opportunity to internalize it. So, yeah, it's cool to do it while you're in your car or while you're, doing something idle instead of, like, listening to music sometimes that, like, can be defeating what the personal development you may have been doing in the car, because the personal development might like, I don't fuck with you. And then that personal development just took whatever you said out the window because now you ain't trying to hear what your team or your sponsor trying to say it because you saying, I don't fuck with you. So sometimes it's a fine balance. But he said if you're really doing your personal development, then take the time to do notes and apply to something that you may be going towards in the future. Which was really dope. He said it doesn't count unless you're applying it. And I know a lot of times we just say we're doing PD just to say we did PD. And so you definitely want to apply it. You definitely want to get you some personal development that's applicable to maybe what you're going through in life and things.
I just wanted to add on to what you were saying because, like, sometimes your personal development is going to always be different. So that's why you need to kind of target what it is that you need to work on. So if you know when it comes, I feel like everybody should listen to Jim Rohn or Mark Hughes every day because they're going to always tell you how to build a business. But if you know that time management or leadership or really just having a better attitude, thinking positively, being more positive, and stuff like that, if you know that that's something that you need to work on and you need to make that a focus because that's all in your application. So if in your everyday life, like you got to understand, and I'm speaking to the leaders on the call because I believe everybody is a leader. If you have a desire to grow a business, what you have to understand is sometimes when your team first come on, most people don't know what personal development is. So, I mean, it sounds cool, but they're going to respond to the person that you're being. So if you tell me, oh, yeah, listen to personal development to be more positive, and every day that you see me, I'm popping off on somebody, then that's letting everybody know that you're not applying what you do because people don't do what you tell them to do. They do what you do. So I just wanted to add that on to just understand that sometimes you just got to target exactly what it is that you know that you need to work on as an individual or as a leader.
No. And stressing the part of the personal development, his contribution came up a lot. And that's not only just in your STS systems, but whatever events that you have. So whether it be a fit camp, it's a shake party, whatever it may be, that's something that you need to contribute to. The setup, the maintenance of it, who needs a ride, whatever it may be, the small things makes a major difference, because the more you contribute, that's the value that you provide. Because, and I learned that an early part of becoming a part of the STS system. Like, I think they put me on stage by the time I was in August, September, October, November. I was on stage straight. Except when October was the LDW. I think Ramey was on stage not too much longer after that, because I was told that your people will only do what you do. So it's like the duplication process. So as soon as Shaz was able to become a supervisor, I put her on stage. But because I was a part of the production team, I was able to make that decision. So she really didn't have a choice, because when she came, I was on stage. So it became a culture. Like, once you hit supervisor and you're doing your 2,500 value points, don't get on stage. But we know that getting on stage and being a part of that process, of whether you're doing tee shots or setting up chairs or you helping overall, increases your leadership skills within Herbalife. As far as DMOs are concerned, DMO is daily method of operation, how you work your Herbalife business. He's does something that's really cool that I thought was awesome, was they do a shake party twice a month as a team. So he said every second and fourth Wednesday or whatever it is, they do a shake party. So it's a way for your brand new clients to just come and say, we got a shake party. So instead of having a bunch of shake parties on a weekend, one shake party on Fridays, then you got to go to somebody else's house, and then you got to go to somebody else's house, and then you got a brand new member, you want them to do a shake party. You just know every 2 weeks y'all got a shake party as a system, as a team. So if you got 4 brand new members, you can just say, hey, we doing a shake party this weekend. Bring your friends, bring your cousin, bring your auntie. This is how a shake party is done. And everybody just contribute the products. I'm like, that's dope, because then it takes the pressure off your brand new person to then say, well, I ain't comfortable with bringing people to my house, or I ain't got no friends, or I ain't got enough people to do the shake party, and then 2 people show up to the shake party and they be feeling all sad and stuff. Because there's an expectation of a shake party that 70 people gonna show up, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. For some reason, people are like, I gotta wait to see what day people gonna show up. Like, and that happens when you got brand new people. We've all had this conversation where they say, I put the date out there, you expecting other people to dictate when you do your business. No, you just say, you set the date, and then whoever shows up can show up. But if 4 or 5 people are doing a shake party together, and everyone had 1 or 2 people, now you got 10 people at a shake party. So the numbers feel a little bit better. And I don't know if that makes sense for everybody.
I also think that sometimes the reason why your new members, especially talking to coaches, sometimes the reason why you may think that 70 people may show up to a shake party is because it's called party. So, when you think party, you think the music gonna be bumping, because people always ask, like, well, what happens at a shake party? You like, I'm gonna tell you about products. We're gonna have a little fun. So just understand that you create your business around the things that you enjoy doing. So, like, one of the people that were on the panel, her name is Nicole Belair. She's the active world team member. And she said how she started she likes to dance. So she started going to this hip-hop cardio dance class. And when she started going to the hip-hop cardio dance class, she has 13 clients just from that class alone.
Why it amazes me that y'all don't have clients from Naturally Gifted.
So I have clients from Naturally Gifted.
You do.
And teammates.
You do. There's a lot of Tasha is obviously looking like that because
Zakia will too.
Yeah, he talked about I think that a lot of the times we kind of miss that though, like with your shake party, because Kylie in Orlando, they are active world team members. Just hit their first cut of Get Team last month. They going for the second cut this month. They said how they do weekly shake parties with their team members. So they always working to get new members, and no matter what, they always do it because people are always looking for that consistency. And they talked about when creating a fit camp, they do a fit camp in central locations. So central locations means anywhere where you are seen. That's why I'm super excited that, like, in Chicago, we changing it to Promontory Point because people are going to see us. So they're going to ask questions. They're going to try to figure out why we're so excited and why we're happy. And then people can just join in. So they do the exact same things. They're just consistent with it. So we can't miss the consistency part. Just always remember, whatever it is you start, continue to do it, especially if it's working for you. You know, you reevaluate it. If it's working, continue doing it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Sometimes we have a slow month and then we like, oh God, we just start doing anything. It's like, no, calm down. Don't reinvent the wheel. Understand you may have to add to your DMO, but you do not have to like start just doing anything. And he also stressed the point of protecting full retail. Like, protect full retail, because if we all operate by the same rules, you don't have to worry about somebody coming up to you and saying, oh, can I get this? Oh, can I get that? Like, build your business strong, build your business, because when you have new members coming in and they feel obligated to give a discount, but they came in to make money, they not making no money when they at 25, 35%. And you cutting their money if they at 50% and they giving off a 25% off discount. So protect the full retail, and he went into the core values, just making sure that we all operate on the same system, and that's what's gonna make the system, the region grow. And he stressed the part of recognition as well. He said, Tim Hendricks said, people will die for a medal. So always recognize them. Make it a big deal because people like to be recognized. Don't ever let your members feel like you don't see them. Okay, I think I'm done.
So I know there's a lot of terms that were thrown out there that people have no idea what they're talking about. I'd be wanting to see if people were like, I have no idea what an active world team member is. I have no idea what second cut get means. But no one ever asks these questions. Like, I clearly know that half this call have no idea what those things mean. But see, she's laughing.
And that is the sponsor's responsibility. So my people, they good. I like it to be explained in full detail, and we're not gonna get that on this call.
Right, we're not gonna get.
So you could just tell them, but they still won't know.
So reach out to your sponsor, whoever is driving right now where it's raining. Michelle, please be safe. I need you to like put your phone on something where you not pay attention to us because you're just over here raining.
Yeah, it's raining bad here.
Yeah. So this call will be uploaded to all of the members only pages, so people can kind of go through, take notes, pass it on to your team members, rewatch it, because I think one of the most important things about personal development in this overall Herbalife process is you're not going to get it the first time. And I think we got to really stress that, especially when it comes to personal development and like the marketing plan and going to events. Because I think a lot of times people say, oh, I know it. It's impossible. It's really impossible. I didn't really understand royalties until I started hitting cuts again. Like, I'm just understand. Like, you got to understand it. Like, until I really made the decision and understanding how it worked, unless you're in it, it really takes a long time to get it. Because it may be happening for you. Your wholesale commission check may be going up, or you may be getting more clients and your value points may be moving, but you still don't understand it. You know, just like you breathe, but sometimes you don't understand the mechanics of your body until you went through anatomy, or you went through all those classes. So it's like, continue to, if you heard the gym wrong before, listen to the same one over and over again until it click. Go through your marketing plan. Go through your books over and over again until you get it. Kathy even said something that was, the faster you go through your books, the faster you understand the marketing plan, is the faster you move through the marketing plan. Say it again. Because I technically couldn't go on stage and do the marketing plan until I was an active World Team member. So then once I actually did the marketing plan, which I did it on a lower scale, but doing until I did it and then had to continue to re-explain it and redo it and re-explain it and redo it, then I kind of understood it better. Because I was actually in the process of doing it. And I had to explain to someone else how these value points affect the entire team. So just continue to do it. Continue to relearn. It's like studying for school. You got to do it over and over again. myherbalife.com, all the presentations, all that. Use all your resources available to you. We are in EOM. It's the end of the month. We have 3 days left. 3 days left. May 31st at midnight Eastern time is the cutoff, I think. Because I think it's like 2 a.m. I don't know. Sometimes they be funny with the clock sometimes. But we got into midnight on the 31st. As of right now, Chad says she's 5,400 points away from her second cut of global expansion team. I am 14,000 points away from my second cut of 2.5. Rami, how many points away from you from active world team?
5,000. We halfway.
Rami is 5,000, including your group value or no?
Including group value. Yeah. Well, Tiffany got some points that haven't been calculated, so I don't know.
Okay.
It's not showing on BizWorks.
Okay. And then Kiki, you are 2,500 away from your 5 against 5, right? How much are you away from 5 against 5? Tasha, you're like 900 points away from 5 against 5, something like that. Okay. And who's not a senior consultant yet on this call? So you used to be a senior consultant by the end of the month. Who else is not a senior consultant yet?
Marcellus
should be a senior consultant by the end of this call. I mean, by the end of the month.
Michelle.
This call.
In this call, yes. Michelle will be a senior. Michelle, do you know how to become a senior consultant? Wait, don't answer because you driving. Zakia, you know how to become a senior consultant? You're clearly muted, you know that, right? But go ahead. You can talk now. You're still muted.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you at all.
Anita is 200 value points away from being a senior consultant. She has 300 value points.
Which phone? Which number is she?
Her picture up. She's walking down the street.
Oh, 200 points. Yay. I thought you were supposed to come to STS. Don't be old.
Yeah.
Get
Anita, down here, right here.
Get her. Get her, Cortez.
They was like, she coming to STS. I'm like, oh,
get her.
And then I text Raymond, like, where's she at?
Yep, get her. Go ahead. Anita, explain yourself.
What happened to you?
I'm going to come to his house and pick up products and everything. No, you officially a part of the family. Get her, Cortez.
Anita's the one who mama came to my house?
Yes, that's Anita. Get her.
Anita mama came to my house looking for products. I opened my door. I'm like, who is this lady? She's like, is Raimi here? I'm like, this is my house. She's looking for Raimi for. So my daughter getting some products. Her daughter lived 2 hours away. So I'm asking the question though, like, where was you at? We still can't hear you. Hello?
Coming, and I had to turn back around.
Why you had to turn it back around?
For traffic reasons.
Traffic?
It's no excuse. It's no excuse.
It's no excuse. You're right.
You say traffic?
Traffic. For traffic reasons. I'm done.
You turned around for traffic? Oh, wow. Wait, I need to get back out the car real quick. Get out the car real quick. Get back out the car real quick. Get out of the car. I need to get out of the car. Hold your phone away from your body. Where's your button?
What happened?
Where's your button?
Oh, that. I haven't gotten my package.
What up, y'all?
Raimi, she said she ain't got a package yet. Is this true?
She did say her member page. She put that in the group. Her member page didn't come, so she got to call Herbalife and find out like where is that? Was it delivered to the wrong spot or what?
Okay, you got saved.
Losing packages.
You clearly got saved in this, Lenita. You got saved. Because if you would have came, but see, if you would have came to an STS, I would have gave you a button though. Pow. Yeah. Okay. You got saved though. Sellers, what's going on with you? We ain't heard from you in a minute.
Oh man, busy. How you been? How everybody been?
We've been good, man. We've been good. We gotta get you out and involved around here.
I'm gonna be out real soon. I got one more thing to do this week. Well, Friday, and I'm free. So I'll be on my stuff.
Marcellus, you got to get you some products. You don't have no products. You ain't got no results. You can't sell what you don't have.
I ain't got no results of what?
No Herbalife results. You don't have no Herbalife results.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'm go ahead and definitely end this call. We in EOM mode. I will talk to everyone on Tuesday. We know we have our HOM call. Definitely invite people. Those calls are for your brand new people, your brand new members, so they can be able to go over the overall opportunity slides. I'm going to need volunteers, so don't all speak at once, but you know, someone who was not a World Team member or not a World Team member for over the last month. So you know, a brand new World Team member can do it. I'm on call right now. And to Chaz and Ramey, Nancy wants to do a call for us so we can streamline what our business builder academies, health coach academies can look like, so that everyone in Chicago and everyone in Cleveland are kind of on the same pages. And have a strong end of the month. A lot of people will be off and off work tomorrow, so you can call them at any time and just say, you know, you need some aloe, some thermobond, a couple total control. You know, you want to start a 3-day trial. I know you like though. This is the kind of the perfect time to do those things. People get vacations coming up, birthdays coming up. A lot of the people in Chicago were down in Memphis, so I'm gonna definitely hit them up on their way back. So I know you was eating some stuff you weren't supposed to.
Nancy.
Huh?
When is the call with Nancy?
We gotta find a time. We haven't decided the time yet. Okay. So everybody break. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful Monday. Don't eat too much. If you do, have some aloe and thermobond, you will be good. Double up on your shakes and your tablets.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace.